went to the ATM to pull out some cash, you guys, because today we are testing a stripper. I know they're gonna be kind of strict when it comes to phones and cameras and stuff. So try to record, but if they doing too much, don't even worry about it. Okay? Don't force it. Kind of be natural, bro. You don't gotta force it. Welcome back to another episode on Jack TV. Yes, we're testing a stripper today. Some of the footage for this video will not be used due to age restriction, so I will get straight to the point so you guys can fully understand how we got here. Poe's girlfriend is a stripper, and he simply wanted to put her to the test because he believes that she does more than just dance with these guys at the club.
So my girlfriend is a stripper. When I met my girlfriend, she was a stripper. And lately, I don't know, I just been feeling uncomfortable about it. You know, she hang around these certain girls, these certain friends, and sometimes I be thinking like, why did I talk to a stripper? You know what I'm saying? But I like her, I really care about her. But the fact that she's going overboard, meeting guys at hotels, trying to make extra money, extra bread, that's out of the agreement.
So does she often go to like hotels and go off to do like private dances?
Yes, all the time. And we done talked about it over and over and over and over. And she said this is gonna be her last time doing it. She's done. She's not gonna do it no more. So now I wanna put it to the test to see if she's gonna fail or not. Because, I really been overthinking about things lately, and I don't know.
For today's video, we have D-Plan the decoy, and his job...
Jesus. Okay. Recruiter Life Applications Officer. I'm going to talk about this. What can I say? I've learned that love is one thing, okay? Love is not... Everybody doesn't get to be in a relationship. See, God loves everybody. But you don't get to be loved by men. Okay, take it for example, and I know this is going to sound kind of vulgar and kind of like sketchy, but just think about it for a minute. Like, everybody loves animals. What's the number one word that makes a dog a man's best friend? Where did that term come from? A dog is a man's best friend. How do we get there? Because dogs are loyal. And dogs, and it's wrong, but we get turned on by it. Our dog only loves us. If you spoil your dog, the more you spoil your dog, the more he hates other people. He don't want nobody coming near you. And he'll protect you. He'll be loyal to you. You can do things to your dog, and your dog will go. You know, I had a dog when I was young, and his name was Kiki. He was a little cockapoodle, and he was a circus dog. We got him from somebody that had to leave the circus, and they thought we'd be a little happy family, me and my mom, to give the dog to. They wanted to give the dog to somebody that would love it. Well, I used to abuse that dog. And that dog would go sit up under the tables and just watch me for 3 days. And I'd say, Kiki. And he started wagging his tail. I said, come on, baby, come on. You know. And he come running over there. And once he got over there and sniffed me and seen that I loved him again, he was back climbing up on me in my lap. And every time I come home, he run around the house like a chicken with his head cut off. You know how it is. Jumping on all the furniture. And he'd jump up in my arms and lick me. And I would just hold him in my arms. And he just loved me. Okay? And I had a friend one day. I never knew Kiki as a dog that one day he attacked the mailman because the mailman tried to like pet him or something. I guess I had him sitting out on the porch or something. And he's just a little thing. And the mailman came to deliver my mail, and he started barking at the mailman. And when he saw the mailman, he backed up to the other porch, my neighbor's porch, which was also related to me. And he was barking at the mailman, but then the mailman tried to be a hero and pet him, and he bit the mailman on the hand, which was only, the mailman moved his hand away enough, it was just a scratch, and he hurried up and backed up off the property, which wasn't big at all, okay? And, me and my mom, we had to apologize. We shouldn't have had him out on the porch. I forget whether we had the door cracked and he had his nose outside the porch. I'm sorry, he had his nose outside the door. But I think we had him outside. That was the only way he could attack the mailman. Was I there? I forget. I might have been in school when that happened. I think I was in school. Because, see, my mom was disabled. So, I usually took him out to do his business. My mom sat him outside on the front porch. She knew he'd walk around to the back and do his business. That's what happened. I wasn't even there. I was in school. And this happened. Okay? So, the bottom line is that my dog was so loyal to me that he was ferocious about everybody. I also had a cousin who would come over my house and talk stuff, And he had some stuff to say about Kiki. He said, "Why didn't you get a big dog? Why didn't you get yourself a Doberman Pinscher or something like that?" I had a Pinscher. I had a Great Dane. Both them dogs scared me. They acted like they was going to bite my head off because they weren't well trained. And I didn't train dogs. I'd get them from people that claimed they trained them. Both my big dogs, except for my Belgian Shepherd. My Belgian Shepherd, I think he was my favorite. I couldn't bring him in the house, though. He's too wild to bring in the house. He just knocked everything over. Like my dog Skip, my grandmother's dog. But we had to keep him outside. But Kiki was a house dog. And our youngest dog, Penny, we tried to train her to be a house dog, too. And she did a good job of being a house puppy until she died of stupor at a very young age. But Kiki was my boy, and my cousin came over one day acting smart and acting tough, and he said, "You and your stupid dog, man, get yourself a real dog," and all like that. And he said he tried to punk Kiki, like, "Look, watch him run." Kiki jumped on him, and and my mother had fun with him because I knew he was just joking, because you take him outside, he's scared of big dogs. He's always scared of big dogs. He see a big dog, he won't move. He was like me. He see a big dog loose, he wouldn't move, okay? But the point is, he come over here talking that trash, and you know how you do things. My mother knew how to get Kiki to attack. And she knew what to say to Kiki, and Kiki looked at him and wagged his tail, and he was like punking Kiki, and Kiki was just standing there. And my mother said something to Kiki, like it made a snake's noise or something like that. Kiki went off. He jumped on him. My man said, "Get off me, get off me." He was smacking Kiki. Then he jumped up on the couch. I had to grab Kiki, because he's in my house talking trash in front of me and my mom let him know that every dog bites. Every dog bites. Don't ever come in here talking trash. I don't care if it's what it is. I can make any dog bite you. Okay, don't ever come in here talking trash. Okay, but Kiki wasn't going to bite him too bad, because Kiki knew the difference between a serious attacker and some dude that, he was a circus dog. He was well trained. Okay, he wouldn't hurt a fly unless the fly really could hurt his master. Then he might kill a fly, okay? But my point in saying this is that dogs are loyal. And some cats are loyal, because like some cats, they're so well trained in that they don't run and hide. Like, my ex-wife used to have cats, and I had one cat that was my favorite, and she wouldn't come out of her hiding place until I came over to the house to see the kids. Okay? This is not a doggy animal zoo video or nothing like that. This is about relationships. But, you know, when she would come up, when I would come over to the house, she would come out of her hiding place. They couldn't find her all day. She would come out of her hiding place. She knew I was there, and she would come up, and she always loved to put her nails. They had to cut her nails. She loved to gouge her nails into my jeans. It was like, you know, and that was the way she greeted me. Like, she loved to gouge her nails into my jeans. And I used to push her off of me, and she'd run away, and she'd come back, and then she'd sit in my lap calmly, and we'd hug each other, and she'd give me a little kiss, and I let her lick me a little bit, and you know, I love that cat. I'm not a cat man, but I loved Carmel. Carmel was my favorite cat, and I loved her coat, and I loved her look. I love her caramel color. That's why they called her Carmel, because of her caramel color. And she was the only cat that was that pretty in the house. The rest of them, they were pretty, but this cat, you know, looked like something out of an exotic TV movie. I really loved this cat, and I was hurt to find out that I think she got killed. She got hit by a car or something. I was really hurt to find that out, okay? But, this is what I want to say, okay? This is what I want to say. Men and women are not fit to be loved or loved until they are in the mood to sacrifice themselves to love. Okay? They're not ready to be loved or loved in a sexual, you know, relationship until they have made the decision to sacrifice themselves to that other person. And I've been talking with people online, like, if you've been watching me lately, I've been really big on the Philippines, and I've been making all these videos on my business channel about the Philippines, and I need to change the title of that channel because I got more Filipino videos on there than anything, okay? The thing is, I just got done talking to the Filipina P via video in comment section the other day. And she did this video about, you know, dating bar girls or whatever. And I asked her a question. I says, what do young Filipinas do when they have a foreigner lover, boyfriend, whatever, who, or husband, that went back to the West to go back to his job? He's over there working for her so he can come back and marry her or whatever. He's working for her, and he's making plans and getting his money together because he's planning on coming back to the Philippines to be with his bride, his girlfriend, whatever. Okay? What do young Filipinas do while he is doing that? Was my question. And she said all the above. And I had asked her, what do these young Filipinas do? Do they go, are they hanging out at bars when their foreigner boyfriend that they supposed to be in love with is here in the States? Are they hanging out at bars, you know, hanging out at the mall with their friends, TikTok videos, passport bro videos with other passport men when they already got a man, okay? What do they do? She said all the above. Well, that's a problem. Because if you're out there and, okay, let's say, you know, you shouldn't be, but you are. You're showing your skin because you're lonely and you want guys to notice you. You want the right guys to notice you. This is the problem with showing your skin and your cleavage all the time, is that you want the right guy to notice you. There's going to be more perps looking at you than the right guy. The right guy's probably the one that walked right past you, looked at you one time and said, what's wrong with that woman? And kept on going. That's probably the right guy. But most of these guys are going to be sitting around you know, putting on a pose, you know, checking you out like, what's going on, baby? You know, what's going on? You know. And you love that. Oh, you women, you just love that. Oh, you just love that. And men are never in a predicament where they get hit on. Because, especially with, and I don't mean to go there, but I've been getting into this Jack TV lately. That's what this is, Jack TV. Jack TV is, I like it. I think it's real, but I could be played. The whole thing could be staged. Like when I found out Cheaters was, you know, I used to watch Cheaters, and I found out most of that was staged. It was staged just like these jailborn videos and stuff like that. But it's probably all staged, but they're doing a good job. If they actually are staged, it's because it's so good. Like, they really got black people played out. If they are staging this, they are doing a darn good job staging this. But I think it's real. I think maybe they staged a couple of episodes, but I think to the most part it's real, okay? And it's all about, might as well say it, black folks and their love journeys, boyfriends and girlfriends. And so far I've seen a stripper and a dancer, okay? And I'm thinking, like, what are these guys thinking about? You know, falling in love with these girls. Let me tell you something in closing. When you sleep with a woman and you find out that she slept with somebody else, or she even acted like she was about to sleep with somebody else, okay? Of course you're going to be mad. Of course you're going to go crazy. And of course she's going to go crazy. But see, men don't respect themselves. Men do not respect themselves when it comes to women. Men think that women are the prize, women are the target, and if I can just get up there to her. And that's not the way it is, bro. Women today are untaught and untrained, okay? That time that I spent where I had this big animosity with my daughters, where I scolded my daughters for showing up at my job dressed like common whores one day. And they were in their last year of middle school. And they went out and they wanted some attention. They wanted some male attention. I scolded them right there, and I didn't mean to do it, but I was so angry, I scolded them in front of everybody. It paid off, because my daughters don't dress like that today, and they don't go after boys like that today. Okay? My daughters know that they're pretty. They know that if they put that skirt on, oh boy. They know if they put that blouse on, oh boy. But they don't do that. They don't do that. And I've seen them dressed up, I'm like, whoa. But I've seen them dressed both provocative, and I've seen them push the envelope a little bit. But this is the thing. It paid off for me to, you know, be the crazy daddy that today I would be, some dude would come up and punch me for being. How dare you talk to a woman like that? She's a kid. Get out my face. She's a kid. She's my daughter. And I raise my family where I want to. Thank you very much. So she don't end up like your B girlfriend, okay? I don't want my daughter, and then I'm going to get hit again. But that's the truth. I don't want my daughters to be like your B girlfriend, okay? That you got to get on the Jack TV show, okay, and try to keep an eye on her. Pay these guys money to keep an eye on your girl because you don't trust her. You don't trust her because you slept with her. And the way she got you, you know she can get anybody. When a woman works hard to get to you, and she makes you work hard to get to her, you trust her more. But when a woman's all like, "Oh, you enjoying this? You like that? Yeah, yeah, yeah." You know. And for some reason, all the times that I could have stepped outside my bounds and said, "Hey God, I gotta hit it this one time." Something always happened. I'm thinking, this girl is like, this girl is working me out of my pants. And the next thing you know, I didn't let her work me out of my pants fast enough. And the next thing you know, I'm in a sexual harassment case. And they're doing it like a walk in the park today. Like they do it every day. They do it like clockwork. And they do it with all of us, okay? You don't give them what they want, they'll get you. And this is the thing. Why would a woman that's a stripper or an exotic dancer who's giving all her goodies out to the public or out to the men that show up, which is never just one guy, it's a ton of men, why would she be a good candidate for you not only to have sex with, but for you to call some girl that you're living with? And a lot of these relationships are being tested. They're tests. These guys are testing these girls out to see if, one guy was really hurt over his stripper girlfriend. I'm thinking, why? Why? If I'm in the world and I go out and I'm the man that gets the stripper, I'm not going to fall in love with the stripper. I'm going to take the stripper home and hit that booty. And then I'm probably, if somebody asks me, I'm going to brag about, yeah, I hit that, Because everybody wants to hit it. Okay? And they're paying big money to hit it. You mean one night I get to hit it for free? Okay? But he didn't get it for free. She gave it to him for free because she's going to continue to give it to other men for big money. And when he walked in and caught her getting ready to do a naked lap dance for a dude, to him that was cheating, but to her that was business. And he told her, we talked about this. Let me tell you something. If you have to tell a woman about her TikTok adventures, her Instagram adventures, if she's getting on Facebook showing her cleavage and all like that, if you have to talk to her about that, and she says, okay, you just got played. You just got played. These women can't be talked to about it by the same thing that's sticking them in the middle. Okay? They have to grow out of it. And they have to come to a brick wall where they realize this is wrong. Don't do this. This doesn't make me look good. This doesn't make me lady material. How many women do you know who will say the word marriage material about themselves and saying, well, I had a girl one time that I took her out to eat. And we were talking, and I felt uncomfortable because she had a boyfriend. This was a long time ago. I was having problems with my wife. Well, I was divorced, and she was having problems with, her boyfriend. And the way she would complain to me about him every day, I didn't like him. She made me have angry feelings about him. I was like, he's probably twice my size, but if I'm gonna punch him in his face, like. She was making me mad because she's always complaining about him. Okay? And we went out to eat one day, and everybody knew. What was dumb, what she did, was everybody in the place knew her. And, I'm thinking, thank God this girl got a boyfriend, or I'd be setting it off up in here like, hey, man, can't you see I'm on a date? But I'm thinking they probably know her boyfriend, too. That's why they all up in our business. And it felt really nasty of me. It's like one of the most nasty things, in my opinion, that I've ever done, I felt really cocky and stupid and nasty when I did that. And I'll never do that again, but she was telling me, you know, about her boyfriend, and I done forgot what the point I was getting ready to make about her. But anyway, you know, she told, oh, I know what I was going to say. She told me that she didn't want to break up with her boyfriend because she had too many boyfriends. And I said, oh, so you're going to marry this guy? And she was like, well, I don't know if I'm marriage material. And the way me and him been fighting lately, I don't know if he's marriage material. But, like, he has his best days when he's good. And, you know, no guy is perfect. You know. And all like that. She says, I don't know. And she said, but D-Roy, what your wife did to you was just totally wrong, blah, 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 blah. You know. But I was turned on by the fact that even though she talked about him staying with this creep, I was turned on by the fact that she said nobody's perfect. And that she said that she's had too many relationships and she doesn't know. She blew me away with this. She's had too many relationships. She doesn't know if she's marriage material. She would like to be marriage material. But him and her got a long way to go. They got a lot of things to work out, and that's the problem because she's taking this more seriously than he does. And she said that's really bumming her out. And he's younger than her. And he's not taking it serious. And this is where she feels that maybe it's because he's younger than her that he's not taking it seriously. You know, this is the thing. When you go into love, see, sex is for married people. All that, when you date a girl, all right, I take that back. In my culture, when we date a woman, we are testing her to see if she is marriage material. We ain't trying to have a one-night stand that turns into us moving in together. That turns into, okay, you know, her wearing the pants in the family, or her, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting all this stuff slide that she's doing, or she's letting all the stuff slide that I'm doing. We're not into that, okay? And we know, like, first of all, it doesn't matter how nice a girl is if she's a stripper. She's a disgrace to our culture. She's a disgrace to our God. She is a disgrace to our understanding of marriage. So, the stripper, like, I used to have a friend that was a stripper. And everybody was like, you know, she had so many boyfriends, they thought it was my turn. It's not my turn. I have no intention on taking this girl home. You know, every time this girl came around me, all I could think about was STDs. Thank you, Lord. Because most men wouldn't. And she's a very sweet girl. But, you know, me and her were talking about her boyfriend. And she said she gave up the stripper thing. And I said, oh, that's cool. So you're not doing, she says, oh, no, I've never done prostitution. I says, oh. She says, all I did was dance. I says, oh, okay. I says, when was the last time you had sex? She got really angry. Like, well, I'm seeing somebody, but he's not my boyfriend. Okay. All right. This is your problem. You're seeing somebody. He might be over there in the parking lot watching you talking to me. This is what everybody inside the building's upset with you about. And then you got a boyfriend that you ain't made sure he's out of your life. He coming around about ready to knock your face in the next week. Okay? What, am I the third party now? You put me on your poop list? I mean, like, This stuff needs to stop. And then I began to like ignore her, and she was hurt. She even got upset and stopped coming around because of that. But hey, I don't want to be in the middle of a threesome or a foursome, actually. I don't want to be in that. I'm a Christian. You don't make me look bad when strangers know stuff about you that I don't know. You talk to me every day, and I'm thinking you're telling me everything because we're becoming good friends. And yet, you have not told me the one thing that looks like you're trying to get. You're trying to get really comfortable with me. And we almost talked about going out. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go out with a stripper. And then, when was the last time you had sex? Why does that matter? Because I want to know. That's why. Well, I'm seeing somebody. And I told myself from then on, I was right all along. Absolutely not. And I'm glad. It's funny how God is always keeping me out of these situations. You know, I have to pause this for a second. But anyway. In closing, it's up to you. I can go out with a girl. I mean, matter of fact, I did. I went out with a couple ladies. You know, just, you know, I don't believe in girlfriends. I believe in lady friends. And I tell people, you know, at work and that you're always trying to hook me up with somebody just because they see us talking. And I tell them, that's not my girlfriend, that's my lady friend. Every woman is a lady friend. She's either my sister in the Lord or she's my lady friend. Either one of those can end up being my wife, my sister in the Lord, or my lady friend. Either one of those can end up being my wife, because when my lady friend becomes my sister in the Lord, then she becomes my wife. Okay? But if she can be my friend, but she can't be my girlfriend. So I have friends, and that both guys and girls. If a woman is just a friend, then she's just, you know, she can hang out with the guys. They all can come over together. I don't care. Okay? If she's my lady friend, that means that me and her are starting to really like each other. We're seeing each other, minus the sex. Okay? And then if she becomes my sister in the Lord, well, she doesn't become my sister in the Lord. My sister in the Lords are exactly that. They're women that are my friends and we're really close. They could also end up being my wife. Okay? One of them could end up being my wife too, because anything that is not flesh and blood or too young or too old, if it's Christian, it can be my wife. Okay? If we got that kind of chemistry. But the problem with chemistry is, if I'm not out there pimping strippers, why would I be compatible with a stripper? Okay? If I'm not helping my exotic dancer girlfriend make more and more and more and more money by dancing for me and others, and I'm just the one that gets to hit it, then how am I compatible with, you know? And from what I've learned, like all these women that are strippers, you know, porn star women, you know, Stormy Daniels, you know what I mean? Some of them, they go home after the porn shoot and they ended there. But a lot of women, you know, they'll go out there and have sex, especially if there's money involved. And once they have ruined that part of their life, like how does a guy lay down with a stripper? How does a guy lay down with a woman that's an exotic dancer? How does a guy lay down with a woman that's been a prostitute and she's got a body count? And you know what I mean? Like, how does she enjoy sex with? Because the guy that wants to take her seriously is usually the loser. The other guys are the players. They haven't lost yet. They're the players. But you want her to take you seriously. You have to say, okay, you can't be a stripper and do this. You can't be a porn star and do this. You can't be, okay, an exotic dancer and do this. You can't be doing TikTok and Instagram and all that crap and do this. And I don't care how that makes you feel, sis. That's the way it is. You're not fit to love anybody. Maybe your daughter, maybe your son, but you're not fit to be in a relationship. You just about to get another daughter or son, and the next one will probably be in an abortion. It needs to stop. But I'm a born-again Christian. I don't expect you to be like me. I don't expect you to pick up your cross and carry it like I do. You know what I'm saying? But I would never date a woman who thinks that, first of all, I would never date a woman that's about the nightlife. Women who are out there waiting for men to come and take videos. And it's kind of silly for me because I'm an older man anyway, but what are the older women doing? What are the older women doing? The older women are no better. The older women are on YouTube talking trash. Okay? And saying things that make men not want to be with them. They're just as bad. The older women, they get on YouTube with long earrings and eyelashes and all like that, and the silicone and blah 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 blah, and they get on there and they look good in the outfit. Till you look at them nails. Okay, the outfit looks good. Them nails. Oh God, Jesus, I gotta go. Okay, they look good until you start to really hear them talk and show them nails, and then it's like, okay, she ain't the one. Like, is there a woman up underneath all that stuff? Them nails, them eyelashes, the fake hair, them high heels, the push bra thingies and all that stuff. Is there a woman in there somewhere? Can I dig through the bush and find a real woman in there? And it's usually black women that are like this. And I'm not saying this to get into racial issues. I'm saying black women, catch up with yourself. Catch up with yourself. Because you are the most miserable. You are the most miserable. You are the most miserable, black women. Okay? This is why after my divorce, I was married to a black woman. I had my 2 black children. I didn't abort them. They're living their life, okay? I feel I did my part. Now I can date anybody I want to date, and it probably won't be a black woman. Because just watching YouTube, just watching Facebook, just watching, all the other social media engines, Twitter, whatever, okay? I can't keep up with a black woman. I just can't. And then most white people wouldn't do this though. Like, most white people wouldn't be like, I'm a stripper. I mean, they do it, but not as much as black folks do. I'm a stripper, but we in love. Most people don't know what love is. Because love is the one thing. There's 2 phrases for love, and they're the same. One is God Almighty Himself. And one is what causes a man and a woman to get married. Those are the 2 areas of love, and they're really one. Okay? They're really one tree. Okay? Because it's all God. Okay? Because just like when you meet the Lord, you're broken and you become somebody totally different. When you meet your spouse, when you meet the person that you love enough to marry, submissiveness is not an argument. You don't even know what they're talking about. Why are they complaining about submissiveness? Like, who's complaining about submissiveness? Why is that an issue? They're complaining about it because they're not in love. That's why. But when you are really in love, you will be submissive without even knowing it. When you are really in love, you will drop all your TikTok and your Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, any of that stuff that you do, you will drop that stuff for a man that you know loves you and is your kinsman redeemer. And you're going to love him back. That's love. Loving somebody who says, I want to be in love, but I want to keep on stripping. Love is stronger than money. I don't care what you do to get money. There are rich people out here who decided that they don't want to die alone. They don't want to die in an empty bed. So what they do is they get their riches together and sacrifice some stuff for the woman that they can settle down with. And they're wealthy enough so the two of them can have a great time and have a great whatever's left to their life. And that's what I'm seeking. Like, if I ever get married again, that's the reason and that's the way it's going to be. Whatever's in my life can be sacrificed for her. And I assume it can be for me. But let me tell you something. You people that are wasting your time with the whole boyfriend and girlfriend garbage, the reason why you do that, including my girl, the Filipina P, the reason why you do that is because you don't take them seriously enough in the first place to change anything in your life. That's what a boyfriend and a girlfriend is. I know a guy, I have a friend in fact, who moved out from his girlfriend. She thought he was going to propose to her. He moved out. And this woman is on her knees for this guy. She's nuts about this guy. But he's honest with the men. He won't be honest with her. It makes me mad. Sometimes I see him, I don't even want to speak to him. Because what he's doing to this woman is bad. He got to have his cooch so bad. He's willing to make this woman live the lie for the rest of the time that they're together. And he needs to let her go. She's not the one for him. Let her go. But no, we're so coochie driven that we have to lie to each other and abuse each other that we might have our fill, okay? But he will dump her any moment. Like this show right here, Jack TV, he will dump her any moment for another cute, blue-eyed, green-eyed, brown-eyed little girl. And it doesn't matter if she's thin or she's heavy-set. You know what I mean? If he likes her, he'll try to keep, you know what I mean? Just like this show right here, Jack TV. I'm living it in real time. This is why I know it's probably true. Because I see people do it right now in my own life. And it's wrong. But let me say it one more time and I'm closing. Marriage, the reason why you people are saying, well, I'll never get married again, or, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, and you're wasting your time with the whole boyfriend and girlfriend garbage. The reason why you do that is because you know that you don't really love the person that you're sleeping with enough to take it to the top level. Now, some of y'all, I understand y'all trying to go up in steps. But see, this is the problem with that. Once you get to the top, you're together, but you got nothing. You truly love each other, but you know what I'm saying? And the only thing that you have is the fact that you don't cheat on each other. But you wasted so much time holding back on each other, and now at a ripe old age, you finally want to get married. And what do you got to show for it? Okay? You're just together because both of y'all going to settle down with somebody. That's the only reason why you're together. Because you're done. Because you're done. But see, when you really, really, truly love somebody like God invented love, okay? You will sacrifice your money, your toys, your sex life, your mama, your daddy, everybody. Your brothers, your sisters, all the men that are hitting on you, all the women that are hitting on you, everybody for that one man or that one woman. Because you understand what love is versus what having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend is, or having somebody around to have sex with. I'm done. Thank you for watching. DeRoy Cruz, Life Applications Officer. Say hello to Jack TV. Watch the show. It has some inspiration to it because you'll probably find yourself in there. But the fact that it's majority black bothers me. It shows you that you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm sure there's white people doing similar videos, but this really goes on in the black community, and it's really sad. And, you know, just another thing that I hate about the so-called black community. But I am DeRoy Cruz. I am your Life Applications Officer. Thank you for watching. Talk to you again soon with more.